But so we were talking previously. We got off on a tangent when we were talking about just hip hop theories, hip hop conspiracy theories and stuff. But we were talking about Jaguar, right? And just like I found that it was very interesting what she was saying about how a lot of these female rappers do not write their own shit. So essentially, she's saying a lot of these female rappers have male ghostwriters. So she was basically saying it's kind of like a puppeteer, like a puppet master puppet type situation, where it's like this is the message that we want you to this is the message that we want you to convey to these women out here and other women who might not necessarily have, you know, a certain level of knowledge of self or saying self-conscious. As Marcus, mute your night, Mike. Who might not, have a sense of just, self-awareness or a certain level of knowledge of self, will take that, internalize it, and then just kind of move in whatever manner they may be hearing other women in these songs talk about moving it, right?
Right.
So, like, for example, I know we're all familiar with like City Boys Up, City Girls Up, whatever, right? So I just think that, do you think that hip hop specifically though, female hip hop, because we got a lot of female rappers out here that's doing their thing. You got Sweetie, you got Lotto, you got Rhapsody, you got Armani Caesar, who's probably my favorite female rap artist right now. And then you got the OGs, you got Lil Kim, you got Queen Latifah, you got MC Lyte, you got Fox, you got Charlie Baltimore. You got, I know you mentioned your girl Sukiana earlier.
Right.
You got her. I mean, you just have so many. Trina, Chameleon. You have all of these female hip hop artists, right? And a lot of their music, with the exception of like your OGs, like your Missies and your Debrats, and even taking it back a little bit further to like your Queen Latifahs, your Moni Loves, and your MC Lights, like for the most part, female rap is hypersexualized like a motherfucker. I mean, you got like Rhapsody and shit like that. But
the girl, I just looked her up. I couldn't think of her name earlier, but the girl I was trying to tell you about, her name is Chica. I'm about to post a link to her NPR in the chat as well.
All right.
And to what you were saying about the over sexualized, she's not sexualized like that, and she raps about it. But her skill level, look, I like Cardi B, I like Glorilla, and all of them. But if we talking about straight skill, like turn the TV off and just listen, close your eyes and just listen. I don't think none of them could fuck with Chica, just as far as skill level. But yes, it is. Yes, everything is over sexualized. Just like with the male rappers, it's that whole street image. You know what I'm saying? And with the females, it's okay. Can you sell sex? How sexy are you? How nasty are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really no. It's not really no more like wholesome. Well, if they are wholesome, they not really getting the same love as like a Nicki Minaj or a Cardi that's just saying, "Oh, I'm just a hoe and I'm nasty." Even
Other than Missy Elliott, what female rappers came out that was popular that wasn't selling sex?
And Debrat.
Right.
But Brad ain't had a song in 10 years.
Oh yeah, Debrat was selling sex at one point.
Yes, yeah, she was. She was.
That song with the Jagged Edge was the Brad when she tried to turn into feminine. The What Do You Like song.
The label, I think, pushed her to do that shit.
She's pretty.
But look, I
she
seen
her
at
pretty.
one time at a gas station, and she really like blank T-shirt, Lokes on, tennis shoes. Like that's really how she was. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think the label kind of pushed her to okay, you got to be sexy now to keep up because because when the brat was popping, she was kind of riding the kind of gangster wave, really, because that's how she looked. But yeah, I
She
don't
was
know.
just cool.
Huh?
She was a vibe. That's before people was really into vibes like that. She was a vibe. She was
Well,
just
they
Yeah,
was
nah, the
cool.
pushing
brat
her to
was
be the
hard.
female Snoop.
Yeah, but she just was a freaking vibe. She was cool. She was laid back. She could spit. She was just masculine, but she was pretty. She was always pretty.
Yeah, Funktified is hard. That whole like wave of music.
Yeah, she was a vibe, and that's just what it was. She was a vibe. And I think even Missy too. Missy was definitely a vibe too in her own way. I think she was very innovative. I think that she brought a lot to hip hop, and I think to female hip hop as a genre. Period. And
Didn't
I
she
think
produce too?
yeah, but that was she played her hand, but you know that was Timberland's lane for real.
Mm-hmm. Nah,
But my bad. I
Missy
keep
was
fucking
hard.
my head. I'm sorry. Um, I'm trying to make, I don't know what I'm trying to do right now.
Right.
But yeah, she was, I mean, nah, she definitely brought a lot to hip hop. And then you also got to look at, but you got to look at Lil Kim too. Like, this is my whole thing. You might have hyper sexualized hip hop artists, like you got Lil Kim and you got Foxy and shit. But Lil Kim, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Lil Kim fan. Like, one thing about it that Lil Kim has done that, like, yeah, Cardi's done it, Nicki's done it, but not to the extent of Lil Kim. Lil Kim was a whole wave. Lil Kim was a whole mood. She was a whole aesthetic. She was everything. She was still hood, still super Brooklyn, blonde wig, blue contacts, titties out, whatever. But she'll still slay your ass in a motherfucking Donatella, in a motherfucking Gianni Versace dress, walking down a runway with Donatella Versace by her side. Like, Lil Kim was a whole vibe and a whole mood. And that's why I think a lot of people regard her as a cultural icon. Because, like, you've heard the theories about who wrote Lil Kim's music and did Biggie write her lyrics and so on and so forth. And after Biggie passed, a lot of people are saying she was never as nice as she was on hardcore, right?
Mm.
But what kept Lil Kim going was her vibe, her style, her aesthetic. I feel
Right.
like a lot of female rappers nowadays, with the exception of Nicki, Cardi, Armani Caesar is, I love her. She's like I said, she's one of my favorites, but she's not as mainstream as like your Nicki's and your Cardis. But I will also say Lotto, and that's also Lotto has a whole other vibe,
Yeah,
a
Lotto
whole
be she
vibe of
really
her
be
own.
gassing.
I fuck with Lotto.
Yeah. You said you do or don't.
I do.
Yeah, she's tight. Like
Yeah,
she
she
really
got
she
her
really
own
gassing.
vibe. She's very Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
She's very, very Atlanta. And I think that, even though we not from here, we've been here. Well, me personally, I've been here for so long that, like, I'm always gonna big up the culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna if I see like somebody who's really doing it for Atlanta culture, because we essentially started our adult lives here. We came here, we were 18.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is like this our adulthood has been spent, well, my adulthood, because you did move back home, but my adulthood has been spent in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So whenever I see somebody doing it big for the Atlanta culture, I'ma always love and respect that. Because unless you live here, not like in the city, not in Gwinnett, not in Cobb, not in motherfucking Henry County,
Right.
if you really live in the city, and then like parts of Clayco too, because Clayco, I definitely think, like, Clayco is very Atlanta, because when they tore down all the projects, they gave everybody housing vouchers to go to Clayco.
Mm.
So even though it's Clayco, it's still very much Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it unless you live in the city for real, or you are just in the city like that, you really don't know what Atlanta culture brings to the table.
Right.
Like us going to Clark, living on the west side. I've lived in every single zone in the city, one
Mm-hmm.
through six. You know what I'm saying? So, and just knowing like, okay, you on the west side, you hear some you or you out randomly and you hear somebody talking, you be like, you from the west side, you from the
Yep.
south side. Like you just tell what side they from just from how they talk.
Yep.
So I definitely respect Lotto just for bringing that Atlanta culture to the forefront. She's pretty, she could spit, she could dress, she's the whole package.
Mm-hmm.
And I fuck with her. I fuck with her, and I think she brings something different to the table. Um, but other than that, like it's Cardi and Nicki right now. You
Mm-hmm.
got everybody. I feel like had their little time. Sweetie had their time, and then her last EP did what 22,000 copies.
I liked I don't know why she didn't ever like pop off like that, but I like Dreezy too. I think Dreezy is tight, but she never like it's like it seemed like she was going to pop off because her music is A1. And it's
Yeah,
like it seemed like she was about to pop off, and then it seemed like it's always like she got a single, and then either another female artist come or something. But it's like I like Dreezy too.
Like Deja Loaf. I thought her time was coming.
yeah.
Hmm.
I feel like with a lot of these female artists, it's like once they get, it's like they just plateau instead of going up and then just, you know what I'm saying? It's like they just go up and then they just plateau,
Right.
and then eventually they fall off. It's the weirdest shit. It's literally the weirdest shit, and I don't know why that is. I think that because you have your hypersexualized hip hop artists who just don't really go any female hip hop artists that don't really go anywhere. Then you have your super masculine ones that
Hmm.
is like, okay, yeah, they can spit, they got some shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where it goes, and then that shit don't go nowhere. And then you got your conscious artists where people are like, y'all ever seen the Genius documentary, Kanye doc, Genius?
Uh-uh.
Oh, well, if you ever see like clips in the studio where they be like, oh yeah, Kanye, that's what's up. Like they giving him his props but ignoring him at the same time, basically. It's like
Hmm.
that's what they do with these super conscious female hip hop artists, like your Rhapsodies, for example. Like,
Right.
oh, she nice. They gonna give her flowers and let her have 15 minutes, and then they be like, all right, that's enough.
Right.
Because she's not sexy, she's not hypersexualized.
Yeah.
She ain't
And
got a
then you know what?
BBL.
What else I've been noticing lately, and this
What's
is I ain't gonna lie, it be kind of disappointing me. And then Lil Kim fit into this too. Like, why do you think uh all of the female artists like they all getting like surgery and shit now? It's like I be feeling
up?
like I don't know, like I be feeling like some of them, Lil Kim for instance, like as a little brown skinned petite thing, she was cool, but then it's like they get all this shit and then I ain't gonna lie, like with me, it kind of turned me off a little bit. Uh, but like I don't know, like it ain't too many. Even Sukiyana. So my girl showing me some Sukiyana shit, and I'm like, damn, this shit is silly, but yeah, she got some features to her. But then like I looked at her old shit before she
Mm-hmm.
had any work done. I'm like, oh, she was kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I feel like they be feeling like they like need that shit too, and I don't know. Like I feel like the industry is kind of pushing it, cause like
Of
even like
course.
Nikki got a lot of work done. I think Cardi just took her ass out. I didn't realize until recently that SZA had work done. I always thought SZA was natural until somebody posted up a old picture, and then
Mm,
I'm like, damn, huh?
she definitely had work done.
Yeah, I see now.
Good on her.
Huh?
It looks good on her.
No, it does. It looks good, but like I just be wondering though, like I be feeling like I don't know, like what is
I'm
it?
just now seeing who Sukiana is. I never heard of her till just now.
She's
She's
like a
talking
funny
fucking
rapper,
dick all the time.
but I be feeling like though like they be so much trying to. I don't know if it's the label or whatever that they trying to push, but it's like I feel like it go back into that being over sexualized because
Right.
I remember when females. I remember the only time females was getting plastic surgery. It was mostly white girls, and it was mostly they was getting their breasts done.
Yeah.
But and then
And
fast,
those jobs.
yeah, cause like when I was in Atlanta, like females really had ass. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like oh she got her ass done. It was like nah, Kiki up over there really got some ass. You know what
It's
I'm
a
saying?
wrap.
But it's I don't know. Like I feel like that's I feel like once I see that a female got some shit done too, and I listen to these artists, but it make me kind of look at them in a different realm, like damn, like why you think you need to do all that just to like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
Do you not feel? Do you think that you don't take them as seriously as artists, like to where you might really bump they shit? Like, okay, so if you have two hip hop artists, right, and they both put out dope ass albums, do you think like you'll give the artist who had like no work done, total natural body, everything? Well, like shit, Megan Thee Stallion's natural.
hmm
Do you feel like you take a that type of hip hop artist more seriously than someone who has a lot done, like say like a Nicki or a Cardi?
well, I honestly I take Nicki and Cardi more seriously than I take Megan, but not because of the body work they got done, it's because of the music that they making. But when I see a female getting work and shit done, it makes me think different about her self esteem, her and her it makes me think different about how she feels about herself, about her confidence. You know what
So
I'm
you
saying?
think that, so I feel like okay, so I've never had any work done or whatever. But I can say as a woman, I'm not opposed to it.
Mm.
I feel like when I don't have any kids, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you have kids and your body goes through changes and shit stretches the way it's never stretched before, you might could go to the gym and get some and get back right, but you might need to tighten some shit up.
I
I'm
be
not
feeling
opposed
like
to it.
though I hate when girls get their ass done and then it turn into the ant booty. Like
Oh no, I would never
I
get it.
hate that. I hate that. Like I don't like how Nicki Minaj's booty look. I don't. I don't like how Lil Kim's body look. Like that, it's not
Yeah,
appealing to me. Like I understand, like okay, yeah, you know you supposed to be a bad bitch or whatever, but once it's females that we went to Clark with
right.
that when we went to Clark, I'm like okay, yeah, she was cool, and then years pass, like oh damn, where'd she get this ass? And you start, then you look at the bikini picture, it's like oh hell no, like I don't and mind mind you, like I said, the city I'm from, it's females that got work done, but it's not as much out here. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But like I I don't as a man, and shit, maybe they ain't getting it done for me. But as a man, like that shit don't be like if you can get it done and a motherfucker can't tell, cool. But I
yeah.
feel like when they be getting it done and it just like your body don't match with each other, like I be feeling like they like really just fucking themselves up, making themselves like less attractive. But then
Y'all
they
seen
talk
that
about all
YouTuber dude
that.
that got his shit done?
What?
There's a YouTuber nigga that got his shit done.
Is that the
What he
Let me
got
boy
done?
that Flacco
The
be talking
BBL?
about?
let me find the picture. Let me find this guy. But he a YouTuber dude. It was disgusting.
It's midnight
But
on my side.
is it?
It's 11:56 over here.
11:56. Oh, okay. You right. It is. But
So
when you getting sleepy, I want to hear your homegirl song before we get up out of here though.
where's she at?
I don't know.
Niggas be playing, yeah. Industry games, yeah. Rapping, but they not in love with it. Think it's a shame, yeah. I'm about to pop up some other shit. Think it's a game. They don't control where I land. Royal flush nigga, the cards in my hand. I'm tryna stack all these M's, yeah. All of my idols is friends, yeah. Came to the fight with some Timbs, yeah. Will I let up? It depends, yeah. Been through the struggle, I don't run from trouble, no breaking, I just wanna bend. Won't be defeated, I'm hella conceited. I ride on that beat like a Benz, yeah. I am the one from the stories that got you excited. Rhythmic flow is ignited. How it's so easy for her to recite it. Can do this shit while I'm asleep cause I write it. Watch out, these niggas be so quick to bite it. I let them in, but they'll never be quieted. Imitation is just inspiration. If you feel like taking, just be sure that you cite it. I'm a trippy nigga with a different aura. Adamant division, had to start with the supporters. Had a premonition, had to get this shit in order. And I'm finna take it off, fuck a wall, what's the border? I've been counted out for too damn long, like I couldn't take the crown with 2 damn songs. All up in the booth with no home training. Please give me a count of 2 damn songs, yeah. Niggas be playing, yeah. Industry games, yeah. Rapping, but they not in love with it. Think it's a shame, yeah. I'm about to pop up some other shit. Think it's a game. They don't control where I land. I'm fresh in the bitch and you know that. Don't take my body to show that. Get in the booth, I'm the truth, I get loose, I don't hold back. Fucking the game, they just send me the whole bag. Trading they lyrics and shit, I ain't for that. Need a scam with the plan of the fuck on name, and yo, I'm more that. I'm the antithesis, making them wish that it was just a phase. Now they pray for the show back, stole that. Kill them with kindness and sound. No, I'm the tightest around. And there's a cumulus, feet on the ground. They say that I'll get to what's spoken in brown. Don't need a break, any diamonds in mouth. Too much to answer, right, clean of the south. My shit is imported, they shopping it routes. No squares is a teaser, I'm making my rounds. Niggas watching me. They be flocking, they say they tryna slide with me. I can hear the snakes, they hissing, tryna break my mission. Cause I know who I'm about to be. Yeah, I just tell them ho, tell them wait. I got too much on my plate, and I know that I'm a sight to see. I can make it so official, I'ma blow my whistle. It's a game, I decide the team. Yeah. Niggas be playing, yeah. Industry games, yeah. Rapping, but they not in love with it. Think it's a shame, yeah. I'm about to pop up some other shit. Think it's a game. They don't control where I land. Royal flush nigga, the cards in my hand. Thanks so much. Shit. Stop. Relax. Like, you stop. Come on, people.